Hello and welcome to Morgan Lee Yoga. My name is Morgan, this is Mavis, my dog, and we are here to talk to you today about my yoga method. It's an acronym, Y.O.G.A. So my yoga method for achieving most anything in my life and finding success. Now, if you apply this to whatever you are trying to achieve, whether that is to stop your anxiety, to get over overwhelm, to build a successful yoga practice in your life, whatever it may be, you can adapt this yoga method and find success. I guarantee it. And it's super simple. There's 4 aspects. Y-O-G-A. Let's start with why. Why is for your mindset. Anytime I want to make change in my life, I evaluate my mindset. This means figuring out how I feel about whatever the topic is and the beliefs and thoughts that I have around that. So let's say, for instance, you want to develop a consistent yoga practice. If you have thoughts and beliefs that are, I'm not flexible, it takes too long, it's hard, I don't have time, that mindset is going to hold you back. And no matter how hard you try to build your successful yoga practice and to be consistent, it's not going to happen. Because your thoughts and that mindset of I can't, it's hard, is a fixed mindset. And you are not going to be able to make success no matter how hard you try. It might work for a week or two, but inevitably it will fail. So the very first thing you need to do is shift your mindset. This goes for anything you are working on. Really figure out what your current thoughts are and then work to change them. These changes need to be tiny. You can't go from I'm really unflexible to I can do the splits. Like your brain's not going to believe that. And your body's still going to be like, yeah, no, you can't. You can't do yoga because you can't do the splits. So instead of going from A to Z, try just going from A to B. I'm not flexible. Okay. Well, how about instead of saying I'm not flexible, you say I can learn or I can become flexible, or yoga can help me get more flexibility. So just trying to shift the way you think about the task you are doing. Now, this is going to vary greatly depending on what it is, and you're probably going to have to do some journaling and just taking time to understand where you're at and where you want to go, and then finding little tiny baby steps along the way to get you there. Okay, I will probably make a lot more videos about mindset because it is so important in our lives, but that is just a little teaser on mindset and how you can begin to have it work to your advantage instead of against it. All right, so that was why. Let's move on to O. O is optimize health. No matter what your goal is, whether it is health related or not, you need to optimize your health in order to find success. What do I mean by optimize health? I mean, let's get granular here. If your goal is a health goal, then this is pretty obvious what it needs to be. Like if you want to lose weight, then optimize health is probably going to be around movement and exercise or nutrition. You know, those are the basics. That's where I would start. But if your goal is not around health, but you're trying to get over anxiety, let's say, then you still need to optimize some aspect of your health. I guarantee it's not perfect. And a great place to start evaluating this is pay attention to what your body is saying to you. Are you over-consuming caffeine? Maybe you need to work on your sleep and figure out how to optimize your sleep. Are you, let's see, what's another one it could be? If you're really, really overwhelmed, are you feeding yourself enough? Are you feeding yourself the right foods? A lot of times back when I was super overwhelmed and emotional and life just felt like it was going to suffocate me, I was not eating very good. I survived on candy and my kids' leftovers from their plates. And that was not an optimized health plan for me. Like, I was getting calories, yeah, but I know now that candy makes me feel like crap. And when I feel like crap, I portray that onto those around me, and it bleeds out into my life. So whatever it is, figure out which part of your health needs to be optimized and narrow down on that. Now, again, this one doesn't have to be huge. You don't need to do a huge overhaul. Just pick one small thing, and I promise it's going to affect how you achieve whatever it is you're trying to work on. Okay, so we have your mindset for Y, optimize health for O, and G is gain momentum. This is probably my favorite part because I love this aspect of setting up systems, getting organized, making a plan. If you don't know how to do it, if you don't have a set plan, I'm going to do yoga every morning at 6 a.m. and this is the exact video I'm going to do. And I'm going to roll out my mat the night before so I don't have to think about it and pick out my yoga clothes. Boom, that is going to help you gain momentum. You are taking away all the guesswork. Flip that. If you just like, I'll do yoga in the morning. Okay, that's not gonna work. You know that's not gonna work. You're gonna wake up late because you didn't set a specific time. You're gonna scroll your phone for 10 minutes trying to find whatever video you wanted to do. Before that, you're gonna like try to go through your closet or maybe you're going through your laundry basket or the dryer to find a pair of workout clothes you can put on. But while you're doing that, your baby wakes up because they heard you banging around. Okay, now you have to take care of the baby. So now your yoga gets pushed back. And when you finally decide, I'm going to do my yoga now while the baby is sleeping, you come out to the living room and you realize that there is a mess all over the floor and you have nowhere to roll out your mat. Do you see how everything is working against you in the second scenario? So if you can get really specific and set up habits, set up a specific plan, get organized, clear your space, just have everything ready, you are going to be able to gain so much more momentum by taking out those obstacles. So this is going to look, it could look all sorts of different ways depending on what your goal is, but just sit down and be like, I want to achieve X. This is how I feel about it because we worked on our mindset. This is how I'm going to set myself up for success with my health and my energy levels. So we have those two things set us apart. And then you're like, well, what other obstacles might arrive for me? What else is going to get in my way? What might go wrong? If you answer those questions and then set up systems and routines around those, then I promise you can be successful. All right, the very last one is A, and this stands for achieve results. This one's pretty straightforward. You don't stop trying. There is no, maybe I'll do it. There is no, well, I couldn't do it because of XYZ, so I'm just gonna take a break for now. If you want to achieve the results, you have to keep trying. Yes, there can definitely be pivots. You can try this part of optimizing your health and realize, oh, that's not gonna work for me. And so we're gonna pivot and try something else. Sit, please. You can set up a system and then realize, hey, I hate waking up at 6 a.m. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to quit. That just means you have to change your approach. Switch to nighttime yoga, switch to lunchtime yoga, switch to anything that would give you better success. So achieve results is all about sticking with it, trying again and again, not giving up. Consistency. No matter how small you think your action is, I promise it will compound and add up to a big result. Just keep trying. Just show up in your life. That's all you have to do. And I promise that you will achieve the result you are looking for. So as a quick recap, let's just go over this yoga method one more time. Yoga for Y, your mindset. Get control of those thoughts. 2, O, optimize your health. Figure out what part of your health is holding you back, whether it's sleep or nutrition or being sore and not able to get around very easily. Figure it out and work on that, one thing at a time. G, gain momentum. Set up systems in your life to make it super easy, eliminate obstacles so you can see the progress start to build. And A, achieve results. Don't stop trying. Don't give up. Show up for your life. I believe in you. I know that you can make it possible. You can figure this out. I encourage you to drop down below what it is you are trying to achieve in your life. What result do you want? And let's work as a community to encourage each other and cheer each other on so that we can all stick with it and see the results that we want to have. All right, thanks for being with me. I will catch you in our next video. Namaste.